And Maggie's fucked with this. Like, fuck you. I'm not even bothering with your shit. Grabs a big pipe and fucking smacks him a bunch of times, and then grabs a hold of him.
What scene did we see him as an adult and them burning him?
That's... Oh, yeah, sorry. There was there was one more dream. My
him being an adult.
I was trying to block this one out.
Yeah.
So they cut to... Before the thing with him, the little girl.
Yeah.
They tried
adult
to show...
Freddy and...
They tried to show the shot where he gets killed.
And he was fine with it, by the way.
This is why I don't like this scene.
Because he's like inside, and like there's Kruger,
yeah,
and they throw it through the window, and he's just standing there. He's not running.
No,
or like...
he's not okay with it. Well, I mean, he's okay with it when he sees the demons.
Yeah.
They throw it through, and it just blows up, and he just sort of looks over, and that's kind of it. But then he's standing there laughing his ass off when he sees the demons, because the demons, the dream demons, which basically just look like, I don't know, skeleton sperm.
They actually reminded me of the fish from Meaning of Life.
Yeah, that could be a thing. They're like skeleton with trails. Like, they're like the fucking in Doom, the flying skulls.
Yeah.
Flame trails, they're just skulls, but they don't look good. It looks like sand. And then they're just like, Freddy, we know what you want. I want it all! And he's like, then open up, and you shall be forever! And I'm like, open up what?
Where are these things going?
Yeah. And then they just sort of fly and disappear, and he's like, argh! And then that's when we get to cut to her. My apologies.
So she gets him in a bear hug.
Yeah, she got a hold of him, and his head starts bubbling. A lot of bubbling in this movie, which don't make any sense.
He grabs
a hold of a couple pipes, and she's pulling him back, and his arms are extending, and like, well, he's done that before. That's nothing new.
But then there's a cut, and then he's off the pipes, and
and then he's they cut to Doc and Tracy going. She's got him, which I'm like, well, that was lucky. That was lucky. Wake her up. And then his arms are off the pipe now, and he's just sort of grabbing, and she's like, I've got you, and they both disappear. And then fucking cut to, she wakes up, and she's let go. And Tracy immediately goes to swipe, and there's nothing there, and like, where the hell is he? And Doc is pissed off, throws the little control thingy, because apparently he can just control her now. It's like, damn it, we missed him. And she goes, no. I'm still seeing things the way I did in my dream, i.e., it's still in 3D.
Yeah.
It's not over. So
They run down to the basement.
To
the arsenal.
They talked in the beginning where he found a pipe bomb and they left all this stuff down there.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, what did these kids have on them when they brought them in? Because there was ninja stars and knives of various sizes.
So then we spend the next couple minutes fucking pointing shit at the camera.
Yeah, they got like a bat with nails on it, and he's kind of pointing at the camera.
And
3D.
Tracy stabs a knife at the camera.
3D. Like, 3D.
Yeah. And it's like, all right, this is what we're doing. And Tracy grabs a bunch of shit, and then they go off to a room that is locked.
Yeah.
And this is where reality drops out a little bit for multiple reasons. So she goes in there, and they go, like, she's like, he's here, I can feel it. So she goes into that room, and Freddy's down on the ground crying. And he's Robert Englund. Like, no Freddy makeup, and he's just like...
He was probably happy that day. I'm like, oh, thank God I don't have to sit in the chair.
Exactly. And he's like, well, you see what they did to me. Like, you know, I was a victim in all this kind of thing. Like, basically just like...
Feel bad for me.
They took you away from me. It wasn't right. And she's kind of fallen for it a little bit.
Or she might be playing
Maybe,
awesome.
I don't know. But then he just sort of pulls out the glove and just goes, come to daddy. And then we're done with that. And she smacks him with the bat with nails in it. And then... falls down, and then she smacks the glove off his hand.
And that goes flying towards the camera, 3D.
And he looks and goes, well, this is fucked up. And then he's back to Freddy face, climbs on the ceiling, which I'm like, wait, what?
You're in real life. You're in real life, so no.
Sure. But then he goes and slams the door. Now, this is where also I'm having issues. Okay, so he slams the big, heavy door, right? Still just a chain link fence, right?
Yep.
That they were easily able to pull up.
Yep.
Why were they bothering with the door?
I don't know.
Okay. Just checking.
Because Tracy gets a hole in the fence and just starts
throwing
awkwardly
shit.
throwing like little knives and shurikens and whatever she could fit through it.
So
like, here, hit him with this. Hit him with this.
Maggie and Freddy are having a bit of a fight, and this is where she sort of plays up the little girl thing, which makes me laugh every fucking time. Because she picks up the glove. And he's just, and he chokes her. And he's just like, give Daddy the glove back, little girl. And she's like, never. And then she starts slashing, like, you killed my mothers, Carlos and Spencer. And then
again, you don't mention John?
Yeah.
The love of your life, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. And then, so, he starts choking her on the ground, and she leans up and bites his nose. Which gets him to stop, and then she rolls...
second got your nose in the movie?
She rolls on top of him, and this is two of the things that make me laugh every time. So she's got a hold of his hand, his right hand, and puts her hand in his, and she's like, oh, Daddy, I remember when we used to hold hands when I was a kid. I didn't like it then either, and she slams his fingers back as hard as they'll go, literally ripping the tendons in his hand. And then he just goes, oh, fucking hell. And then he literally takes his hand and reforms it to go back into like a backhand motion. She waits the whole time for him to do this, just so he could backhand her. That always makes me laugh. Why are you waiting? Like, how are you not attacking him at this point? And then this is where he fucking he starts to reform his hand because he gets the glove back.
He wants to put the glove back on.
And he goes to put the glove back on. He's got to reform his hand back into it to work. And he's trying, which I'm like, dude, you got to give it up.
And this is where she turns into...
She's a ninja now. Because,
like, she's got, like, this, like, she's throwing ninja stars with, like, perfect form and knives.
My guess is there's still dream shit going on, because she's still got the 3D glasses. Which
in her dream, she's bad?
That's what I'm guessing is where we're going with this. In her dream, she's beautiful and bad, because that's the only way this makes any sense. So she's throwing ninja stars, she's throwing knives and shit. And
crossbow!
Yeah, she's got a crossbow, shoots him in the leg. So Freddy's, like, pinned up, like, every comedic scene you've ever seen of that. And then she puts on the glove.
And he's all about that.
No, sorry. She's fucking hammers a pipe into him.
But she gets the glove, and he's all about her putting it on.
And he's just like, yeah, put it on. It's in your blood. And then she puts it on, and he's just like, let your daddy show you how to use it. I'm like, okay, stop being creepy. And then she, of course, flexes like he does, and clearly she knows her shit. She fucking runs over.
And he goes bug-eyed like,
he's like, oh, shit. And then she stabs it into him. And this is where Tracy somehow has managed to light a pipe bomb and throw it at her. And then she performs a ninja move to stab it in him.
Yeah.
And then this is where she says, Happy Father's Day, kisses him, and then they somehow get the door out. Again, unnecessary.
Oh, he's been the doc, like, literally goes, oh, and he rips the door off.
At one point in time, when he slammed the door, he literally, for some fucking reason that I don't understand, turns to Tracy, who is a fucking child there, and goes, where's the key? Why would she know?
Yeah.
Maybe the guy who was on the staff would know.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Also, where is everyone else? You don't hear...
I don't know.
You don't hear screaming, fighting, knives being thrown?
More proof that I think this is still in the dream.
Right.
Like, they've all been brought in. Because that's the only way this makes sense. But, again, not really, because this kills Freddy.
Yeah.
So, the pipe's going, and they get the fuck out, and it's like, Freddy turns the camera, kids, boom, fucking, he explodes, face melts twice or 3 times into the camera, because 3D. And then... Yeah. A skeleton sperm pop up again, like, ha 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 ha. I'm like, why are you happy? Your boy's just dead. And then they just disappear. And then we get to everyone, and then the 3D glasses pop up again, and Maggie turns the camera, Freddy's dead. We get the start of the fantastic Iggy Pop song of Freddy's Dead / Why Was I Born? And we get images of Freddy's greatest hits onto the credits.
Better movies! Here you go.
That's debatable.
No, it's not. And that was Freddy's Dead.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to just get out of here quick because we went way too long.
Yeah, apologies, but I knew that was going to happen.
Surprisingly, I'm going to give it half marks. 5 Kung Fu bitch or whatever. Kung Fu this bitch. And that's solely based on him. Now, I have no, loyalties to this series, so I'm not going to sit here and go, no, Freddy Krueger's supposed to be scary. No, he could be scary, he could be a cartoon character. As long as he's entertaining, I don't give a shit. So, Robert Englund having a fucking gay old time, fucking yucking it up, Bugs Bunny styles, to me, fine. It was entertaining. Yeah. It was literally the only entertaining part of this movie, because everyone else was awful. So that's why I'm giving it a 5, because again, I'm never going to give movies like 3s or 2s. I'm just...
Well, we did once.
I give it a 4.
Vampire?
I think that was only a 4 or 3, maybe. Maybe a 3.
Didn't I give it a 2? I don't know. I don't remember.
Now this is the second worst.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Nightmare yet, but I'm going to assume it's.
You've never seen New Nightmare?
Not all the way through.
Good lord.
Not all the way through. But this is way better than the second one, because that's still that's the low mark for me.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing entertaining in that film. Mm-hmm. At least this one had Freddy yucking it up. But yeah, the rest of this movie's just, oh boy. So
yeah,
that's why my MVP is also Freddy, because again,
I'm definitely, of course, giving it 10. Every Town Has an Elm Streets out of 10. This is my favorite movie.
I know. It's still like, whoa, okay, yeah, I get it.
You gave your favorite movie a 10, and nobody else would.
That's not true. There's probably some other crazy people out there.
I'm sure there's somebody else who would give this too. I'm sure I'm not the only one who loves this movie. Actually, I know I'm not the only one who loves this movie, but I'm biased. I love this movie.
Why is it, though?
What? This one?
Because not to make this episode go any further,
I can go as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Why don't people like this movie?
No.
Why do they?
Why is this your favorite? Like over the third, over the first, over like
first one I ever saw, and I've seen it a million fucking times, and for some reason it makes me happy. Just watching it makes me happy.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it's like a great movie. You heard me rip on it harder than you.
Yeah.
It's fucking dumb as a box of rocks. But when I watch it, I'm instantly happy. There's something about it that just makes me happy.
You can't even put your finger on it.
Absolutely not. And I wouldn't. Mind you, I can defend it. I can defend a lot of reasons, like for instance, if you separate it from the rest of the franchise, solid horror film. You keep it in the franchise, it makes no sense because it shits on it.
Horror film?
Well, comedy horror. Comedy horror is a thing.
But it's never presented.
I will say this:
it's a comedy.
Yes, it is.
On purpose, did they actually present it as a comedy horror film?
You heard me say they were trying to make it more fun.
Fun, not funny.
Come on, that's what that means.
Apples to oranges. I know.
I mean, put it this way: it's much more successful at being a comedy horror film than Vampire in Brooklyn ever will be.
Right.
Because this is trying to blend comedy and horror. That's way the fuck out of nowhere. So this is successful in its attempt. Does it fit with the franchise? Not even a little. It makes no sense. It actually shits on the franchise quite a bit. But if you take it away from the franchise, you don't have anything to go with on. It's a little stronger that way. That being said...
But nobody's going to look at it...
No.
Apart from the other movies, because why would you?
No, you wouldn't, because it's, when you have that character, that's just how it goes. I will agree, though. This is... in my opinion, one of Robert Englund's best performances as Freddy, as far as
at least he's having
entertainment.
Fun,
He's having a fucking blast.
I guess that's your MVP of it.
Absolutely, yeah. That's what I'm saying. He's having a ball. He is being himself. He's just having a great time. Is he scary? No. Is he intending to be? Fuck no. But it absolutely works in my opinion. I just find it very entertaining.
All right.
And I love this movie more than anything, so just deal with it.
So next week movie takes a turn, because we go way the other way.
We take another left and we try to go back to being scary again.
And
it's successful, I ain't gonna lie.
By finishing up the franchise.
Well...
with the return of...
kind of.
Again, at least
for what we can cover.
Our parameters.
For what we can cover, yes.
And the return of Mr. Wes Craven.
Yes, sir. We finally wrap up the Wes Craven of it all.
By going way back to October 14th, 1994, for Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Yes.
The only one, I think, in the franchise, other than, I guess, this one without Elm Street in the title.
Yep. 2 of them. No, 3 of them. Again, Freddy vs. Jason does count.
Right.
So
we wrap up next week. Obviously a better film.
Depending on how you look at it.
Yeah. But... that'll be then. This is down. For now, we're out of here. You were Steve.
You were Justin.
And we're way back and gone.
Kung Fu this bitch.